We may leave at any time.
The threads of your fate lie in my hands.
Oh yeah, rock on! Oh. Hello. I mean good fortune. Is there anything I can help you with?
We wanted to ask, how do we get into Inazuma?
Oh. So that's why you're here.
Great! We came to the right person!
But the chance of success is incredible.
Incredibly small. Then how did you get out of it?
It was in leaving Inazuma that I found out just how dangerous this method truly was. All I had to rely on was a little wooden raft that I'd put together myself. There was a storm raging ahead of me, and my pursuers were close on my tail. After I'd escaped their clutches, I floated on the open ocean for I don't know how many days. My rations and fresh water supplies soon ran out, and I remember getting to the point where I was sure I'd reached the end. Then, I blacked out. But, to my surprise, my journey didn't end there. Or to put it another way, a new beginning found me. That's right. I escaped by the skin of my teeth. The fact that I'm even alive to tell the tale...
What a horrible journey! And you set off...
Well, because everything is just too restrictive over there. The atmosphere is so stifling. The
Kanjo Commission? What's that?
Along with the other two commissions, they oversee everything in Inazuma. We usually collectively refer to them as the Tri-Commission. I suppose they're equivalent to the 8 trades under the Liu Ichising. One of the obligations of the Kanjo Commission is to conduct rigorous identity checks on all individuals leaving or entering Inazuma. All non-nationals are processed centrally on Rito. Meanwhile, the Tenryo Commission is responsible for implementing the recently promulgated Vision Hunt Decree. They act like the executive arm of the Raiden Shogun's rule. It doesn't feel good to speak ill of my home like this, but after spending so long under that oppressive atmosphere, what I mean to say is, unless you have an extremely compelling reason to go to Inazuma, you should know that the sea around Inazuma is engulfed in a perpetual tempest of wind and rain. Supposing you survived that, you would still need to get past the samurai guards that enforce the Sakoku Decree, the closed nation policy of Inazuma. And even if you did manage to find a way, you'd still have to produce the necessary documentation at the Rito Center for processing Outlanders. Otherwise, you'd be kicked out immediately.
Seems like they really don't want anyone setting foot in Inazuma, huh?
They only set that up as a port to guarantee a supply of goods and information to the island. Most Outlanders would be unable to acquire the documentation needed. But if you really are set on going, there is one thing you could try.
The raft idea sounds a little on the dangerous side. Plus, Paimon would...
That's not what I meant. You could ask someone from the Crux Fleet if they have some way of getting you to Inazuma. Voyaging far and wide has made them a well-traveled group with a wide range of...
But it's an armed fleet, right? Why would they agree to a request like this?
That part is up to you. If you're able to persuade their captain, Beidou, then the hardest part will be out of the way. The Alcor is the flagship of the Crux Fleet. I heard that it's currently anchored by Guyunstone Forest on a supply run. This might be your best chance.
Then there's no time to lose. Let's go find Captain Beidou.
Who have we got here? Wait, I know you. You're that traveler, aren't you? The one who fought against the Fatuian Osile, right? Ningguang told me about you. A traveler of great insight and remarkable skill has... She's a hard one to please, so praise from her is high praise indeed. I remember thinking at the time that it'd be good to meet you in person. Judging by the clothes on your back and this floating thing, I guess...
Hey! The name's not Floating Thing!
Paimon. What a fascinating being. You two
Huh? The fragrance of what now? That's
pay it no heed. I mean only to say I am certain that it is by fate, not chance alone, that we should meet. And that gives our...
You're not far off, but they go by a different name in Inazuma. This young man is Kaidahara Kazuha, a temporary addition to my crew for reasons I won't bore you with. Occasionally, he opens his mouth.
With this fine ship and the soft sea breeze, would it not be romantically irresponsible of me not to acknowledge it with a line or two of
No, I can't argue with that. Okay then. Once the clash is underway, I'll give you a chance to perform.
Only if the mood takes me, of course. Poetry for poetry's sake tends to lack meaning.
Hey, you don't want to pass this opportunity up too easily, especially seeing as our great hero here might be in attendance.
Oh, wait a minute. What's the clash? Also, just to clarify...
I thought you might be here to sign up. You're telling me you've never even heard of it? The Crux Clash is a martial arts tournament that I hold. There'll be a whole bunch of folks taking part to showcase their talents. There are two important rules. 1, competitors must be renowned fighters. We want those with real martial arts ability, not just people taking part for the fun of it. So, you've got nothing to worry about there. I don't think there's anyone out there who hasn't heard of you. 2, you can't take part if you've got a vision. Otherwise, things get a little one-sided. You must be feeling confident, but you might want to watch out. There are a few crouching tigers and hidden dragons lurking around in Liyue. And with Liyue's savior taking part in the tournament, now that's gonna turn a few heads. I think we can expect it.
But we didn't come here to take part in a martial arts tournament.
Well, before you dismiss the idea completely, you might be interested to hear that the prize this time round is particularly sought out. Get this. It's a masterless vision.
Supplied by myself, as a matter of fact. If the tournament champion can reawaken that vision, it belongs to...
Is there really such thing as a masterless vision?
When a vision bearer dies, the light in their vision will fade away. But the shell... As for whether this shell has any practical application, well, this remains to be seen. But my intuition tells me that while it remains in the world, it may just be possible for someone else to...
Yep. And the way I see it, a vision is a badge of recognition from the gods. So if anyone's able to rekindle it, it's gotta be an individual of exception. Organizing the clash is my way of uncovering hidden talents. And hopefully this time, getting a vision to glow again. So if you don't have a vision, this is the perfect opportunity to get your hands on one of your very own.
Yeah, we're interested in getting to Inazuma. Not...
Inazuma? You...
Well, why didn't you say so? Inazuma? No. In that case, if you win the tournament, I'll give you a choice. Masterless Vision, or a ticket to Inazuma aboard the Alcor.
You just want her to take part in your tournament!
What's wrong with that? The more talent we have, the better the tournament will be. I could...
What are we gonna do? Looks like we pretty much have to do this.
Great. Then let's get you signed up. Head to the tournament arena in Guyun Stone Forest. Kazuha and I will be over soon.
It seems like it will only be a matter of time before the answer is revealed.
Power chord! Ja! Ha! Hey! Yeah! Hey! Ha! Yeah!
Before we sign up, let's see who the other competitors are. Beto said... Hello? Are you...
You bet I am. Have you put your names down yet? Well, I'd have a look at the entrance criteria if I were you. The Clash is a comprehensive test of fighting ability. Nobody wants to see
Yeah, we heard a rule about that.
me? Only a former runner-up in the Chihu Rock Freestyle Combat Summit. Oh yeah.
Uh-huh.
What? You... Nonsense. Have you been living under a rock? Not to mention, I've helped the Millilith catch treasure hoarders before. There were 2 of them. They tried to sneak past me under the cover of darkness. I planted a left hook on the skinnier one's face and I stood my ground, of course. A roundhouse kick sent the... I told you. Unarmed. I'm not saying I came out completely unscathed, of course. But the fact remains that I did manage to...
Uh-huh. But for us, even 4 or 5 treasure hoarders at a time is all in a day's work. Mm-hmm. All right, we're gonna keep...
I'll see you in the arena. But I don't plan on losing to a pair of...
Hi there, are you here?
That's right. Nothing beats real-life combat, but this tournament is more than just a chance to put training into practice.
Exactly. With a vision, we'd...
This master of yours must be...
Famous? He's the founder of the Lingshan Clan. You probably wouldn't have heard of it. It was founded quite recently. He's got to be a Grand Master or something. He's created to the Lingshan Clan. He teaches a special technique.
Forced dispersal?
It's a type of breathing exercise where you can train yourself to harness the For example, our master can use it to alter the path of an attack.
One time, he sent a challenger flying...
It sure is, but it's extremely difficult to cultivate this ability.
We're clearly not that naturally gifted, or we would have at least gotten the gist by now.
There's a tuition fee?
Of course. This is a Grand Master we're talking about here. He doesn't have time...
But here we are, having trained under him directly all this time without even a hint of improvement. Recently, though, we heard that a Vision Bearer joined the Guhua clan and made pretty much instant progress in their
So, if we can get our hands on a vision too, maybe we can finally make our master...
Well, we have to try something new. Otherwise...
Exactly. It can't hurt to try. And if it turns out it does work, the Ling folks will come from far and wide. Heck, we could even be...
See you in the arena!
Hey, youngster. Are you? If so, seems I found myself.
So you're also here for the tournament?
You better believe it. I wouldn't be here if I didn't think I could walk away as a champion. For me, obtaining a vision is the final and most important piece. And no. It's not about what I want to. I know how that sounds, but let me explain. I've lived a successful life so far, without any setbacks. I've passed every exam I've ever taken, enjoyed numerous successful business ventures. In most people's eyes, I am already the very embodiment of the perfect person. Though, of course, I'd never let the praise get to my head. A vision.
You have so much self-confidence.
That's not important. I have a contact in the Crux fleet who was happy to vouch for me. So, they very kindly made special arrangements on my behalf. I've also brought along a bit of an entourage for moral support. Of course, I also put in a few good days' practice, concentrating mostly on rare and esoteric styles of Kung Fu. As a high... Ha! You don't mince your words, do you? Now then, if you don't mind, I need to finish my pre-competition routine. It's not too long now before you'll get to see me in it.
So, to recap, we're up against an inflated ego, some gullible guys paying way too much for their kung fu classes, and another guy who's just really average.
Chink's a village arm wrestling champion, huh? All right, you're signed up. Next, please. What's your name? Wait, aren't you... did I hear that right?
Is it really them?
Huh? Aren't they a vision bearer, though? Why are they trying to enter the clash?
I have to ask. Aren't you the traveler that... It's really her!
The one that spoke with Lady Kuching at the rite of parting.
Oh, I wonder if I can get her autograph.
I trust you are aware that, only those without visions can enter the tournament? Really? But from what I've heard, the things you're capable of in combat are nothing short of extraordinary. You walk into the most dangerous situations imaginable, face off against all sorts of monsters, even the Fatui.
Yep, she still doesn't have a vision, though. See for yourself.
My apologies. I didn't mean to be rude. I'm sure a great hero like yourself would have no reason to lie. It's just a formality for you, of course, but I have to make a record of competitors' achievements as part. So far, I've got defeated the ancient god Osile, so that's one. Do you have any others?
Yeah, and also a dragon, too.
Whoa.
Might as well declare her the champion already.
I wonder if it's too late to withdraw.
Okay, that's plenty. Actually, this is the most dazzling... Right, you're right. Just a great hero such as yourself can
Oh, we're not here for that. We're here because Captain Beto promised to take us to Inazuma if we win the tournament.
There's another prize, too? Oh, first...
Beto must have upped the stakes this time to attract top talent.
But why would anyone want to go somewhere as dangerous as Inazuma?
I see. So, I take it you discussed your terms with Beto in advance, then? Well, nobody expected you to sign up to it. Anyway, the qualifying rounds are about to begin.
Hey, so Paimon, even though you don't have a vision, most people so Paimon thinks you probably shouldn't use your elemental abilities during the tournament. You know, just to avoid any misunderstandings. In any case, looking at the competition, all right, it's showtime!
You seem like you're raring to go. Are you ready to compete? Good. Then please follow me into the...
Our next competitor is seen by many as the favorite to win this tournament. Her first bout begins now!
You? You're the hero they're talking about? How am I supposed to...
What a strange guy. Why was he so confident to begin with? Well, now that we've won, let's go and see Beto. She'll probably have something to say to us.
I knew I wouldn't regret it. So, what do you think, Kazuha? She totally dominated that.
Impressive. But I also observed our favorite exercise summer.
Well, I fought my fair share of battles, both big and small. And I say, after the show she put on just now, she's more than convinced me of her ability. So come on. We all know you've got a wide vocabulary in there. Can't you spare a word or two to congratulate our up-and-coming champion?
All right. Let me think how to act. You fought well.
All right then. I was thinking your inner poet might want... You know, a lot of competitors came to me saying how surprised they were that... And since you signed up, we've had many others do the same, with more than a few top-tier fighters among them. I'm sure lots of them are here to find out how they stack up. For one thing, We don't want you wasting all your energy in the... So, I'm putting you straight through to the...
Huh? But we only just started.
This is how Captain Beto works. You won't persuade. Besides, at your level,
To be fair,
All right, I'm gonna watch some more of the tournament. If there's any potential contenders for you out there, I want to know who they are and what they're about. We're finally here, folks. The real show is about to begin.
the captain seems to have high hopes for this tournament. Your opponent has fought many rounds to get to the semifinals. You may well be stronger than him, but this very well.
All right, that's enough chit-chat for now. The audience is waiting. Go find the crew member that signed you up.
Your opponent in the semifinals is new to the Crux Clash, but he has... I do not doubt your abilities, but I would suggest...
relax.
Okay, follow me.
At last, the moment we've all been waiting for. The semifinals have begun. Who's it gonna be this time? The hero or the dark horse?
I don't care about the prize. You're a strong opponent. That's what I'm here for. I'm sweating. Congratulations. I was beaten by the...
Right! For a moment there, Paimon was a little... If you had a vision, you'd definitely be one of the strongest...
I wanted a vision once, when I was a kid. But mine, I lost interest eventually. I've fought and won against vision bearers before. The power they have was given to them...
Huh? You mean you didn't sign up to try and get your hands on that masterless vision?
No, I didn't. I only wanted to pit myself against other fighters and see who was the strongest. Only in defeat can you understand your weaknesses and learn from them. So I'm pleased with today's outcome.
Wow! Now
If you have the chance in the future, please come and spar with me.
by the way, do you know who else made it into the finals?
Whether they'll be as tough as me, I don't know. So don't get too...
There he goes. Maybe we should ask around, see what we can find out about our opponent in the final round. Paimon thinks we might need to up our game
Ah, it's you! I watched your... I myself was eliminated in the third round.
Maybe next time, huh?
Why, yes. He's the same one who defeated me. He is a formidable opponent. Quick on his... I faltered for but a brief moment. Given my stature, I have no fear of squaring off with... Still, I'm sure he'll be no...
He tried to use force dispersal to deflect a punch, but instead, his opponent was pretty freaked out by it. He kept asking, "Why don't you dodge?" they ask. Don't even get me started. I don't dare tell my master about this. Sorry, I shouldn't be complaining in front of you like this.
Oh, alright then.
Thanks, I'll do my best.
We still haven't got any useful information yet.
You gave an outstanding performance. Truly commendable. I could sense that you're not familiar with bouts of this kind, and it could have cost you the match. But you were quick to adapt, and managed to claim victory over your opponent. That, in fact, I discerned this not from what I saw, but what I heard. The ground.
He's right. But in my case, I was purely relying on previous experience. I guess not using your elemental powers must be quite new for you, huh?
We wanted to ask about who our opponent will be in the final round. Do you think...
Not exactly. Contenders that reach the finals aren't necessarily stronger. They tend to have something unique. As for the guy you'll be facing, his skill lies in his... What's the matter? Worried that you've bitten off...
If that is the case, then I have a proposal for you. I haven't properly introduced myself yet.
Yeah, we could tell that from your getup. But at the same time...
It is true that I am versed both in literary and martial traditions. But on the straggling path of a wandering samurai, is there harm in I do not mean to flaunt my martial prowess. But I myself have witnessed reputable fighters hit. Given your talents, a few hints from me will be all that's necessary to bring your opponent down.
Hang on. Don't you think you're bending the rules a bit there?
Gathering intelligence is an essential part of any duel. You must... Besides, our favorite here has fought many battles on their journey from Mondstadt.
You betcha! Wait a second. We never told you that we've been to Mondstadt.
Does one not leave a trace? However, there is only so much that can be discerned. Come with me. Some post-match and... Now that we're alone, let me cut to the heart of... You are skilled in manipulating the element.
Paimon knew that you were hinting at something from the moment...
That's right. If the other contenders were to catch wind of your elemental abilities, let's just say it would cause some If I'm not mistaken, you share these considerations, given your reluctance to use elemental skills even in the heat of a... When I talk about that which I see or hear in you, since a young age I have been attuned to the tidings of nature. It is things of this nature that I also...
As crazy as all that sounds, somehow Paimon still believes you.
My humble abilities are negligible compared to your incredible feats. To think a human could wield the... And not to mention your incredibly complex...
Hey, stop evaluating us based on our...
Could you perchance enlighten me? So then, might...
It's nothing. It's been a long journey. Honestly, even Paimon...
Perhaps such unfathomable... However, I still wish to have... Of course, I too... Now then, let...
Lights out. Judgment! Pyrotechnics! Shred till I'm dead! Oz, reveal thyself! Judgment! Feel the beat!
Your skills in battle are truly beyond... Your opponent is skilled at controlling his breathing and maintaining balance. He relies entirely on the element of surprise to... In other words, as long as you Please, save your thanks. If any... The world is a truly mysterious place.
You seem kind of obsessed.
I desire to know what meaning and what influences... My apologies for allowing me the honor of witnessing... So that's what you're curious about? As you well know, visions are a gift bestowed by the divine in the outset. Supposing each of the 7 archons had their criteria, not to mention, with no new electrovisions having been granted for such a long time, it would seem that we can infer something of the Raiden Shogun's feelings.
She sounds less like an archon and more like a tyrant.
As far as I know, She is an Archon that pursues eternity. She will relentlessly Liyue's contracts are meant to benefit all who reside within Liyue. It goes without saying that the people locked within Inazuma...
Sounds a lot like something the god you encountered.
Oh? Have you encountered the Electro Archon before? With time, we will change. But the Shogun will remain the same. If you wish to find her, she will forever be there. There will come a day when I too shall... the time for your match is approaching.
Oh, right! We got so distracted talking about Inazuma that Paimon forgot all about the tournament!
If you have no other matters to attend to, then we can return together. Very well.
Why isn't he here? Never mind. We can start. Everyone, listen up! We've reached the climax of. We've seen many exciting Now, I'd like to introduce. She strikes fear into the heart of Osile, and the mere mention of her.
Wow!
I've been waiting for this.
I'm sure everyone But today's final. As for our other combatant. Oh, come on, what could be taking him so long? Apologies! Everyone just sit tight. We've got no other choice.
Wait a moment. Something doesn't seem right about that. Captain Beidou, perhaps we should check on the prize. Traveler, come with us.
Let me see. It's gone all right. The vision is missing.
Huh? Did somebody steal it? Who would dare do such